Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 21, I think.
I think so. At the top.
I really should check this every single time. 21. 21. Anything you want to say before we get into it?
No, last episode was pretty crazy. I'm excited for this one.
What happened last episode?
Last episode was when
I thought you were just saying that.
was like telling
Right,
Jinshi he was a little bitch.
Yeah. That was funny. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. I was just seeing if you actually knew.
Yeah,
because I honestly didn't remember exactly what happened, but like I thought that you were passing it off like you did, but you actually did, and I didn't.
Carson doesn't even like this show, you guys.
Starting at 0.
I'm really excited for to see the interaction between Jinshi and the Emperor when he's like saying that he's like gonna kind of reveal himself and just go like full on after this.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
シェンメイが求めるのは一杯飲むだけで10歳若返るような不老の薬。
Good luck with that.
お前らも大変だな。
Well, guys.
そんな薬あるわけない。分かってはいる。私にも薬師としての矜持がある。
But what will you tell her is the thing. Like, what are you gonna keep telling her?
Let me cook. Walks away.
Continue to let me cook.
日にちだけが過ぎていく。
Uh-oh.
怒られてる。毎度連れ戻されるのによく飽きないな。しかしこの匂い、お坊でもあるのか？隠れ里にあったような。爆発しなきゃいけない。
Yeah, no shit. Uh-oh.
はって。針金？逃げろ。見張りはおびき寄せる。
No. Yeah, like what? He's trying to break her out.
おびき寄せる。ね。
Idiot.
言うつもりだろうか。何のことかな。お前が仕向けた。
Whoa, her face.
何のことでしょうか。
Literally no.
助けようとしてくれた。子供の足知恵とはいえ、バレたらさすがにやばかろう。遊んでただけだよ。ついでに見張りがサボってないか見てたんだ。
Right.
本当か。おい、怪しい真似はするな。わかった。待てよ。あれは確かに。騒ぎにするな。わかるだろ。スイレイがいてくれてたす。これにて一件落着。
Oh my god.
一体何の騒ぎかしら。
No. This is mom.
大したことではありません。クス氏の部屋の前で遊んで、見張りの邪魔を。念のため事情を聞いています。あら、悪いことをしたの？ダメよ。しつけをしなくちゃいけない。むしろ少しぶった方がいいかしらね。シャメイ様、それは。何？今日はまだ子供です。それに大したこと。
She's geeked off the yart so hard that she doesn't even recognize her son, or she's too afraid to recognize him.
Water chamber.
理由なんてどうでもいい。ただ相手を苦しめる。そのことを楽しんでる。人事だ。ありや恐怖のことなんて放っておけばいい。 イライラする。圧を与えることにクソババア。かむずめ。バカだな。私が頼みました。
Damn it.
砦から逃が私がその子供に頼みました。かなう。私はろくでもないよね。少し反省を促しましょう。
Uh-oh.
靴を水ろへ。やっぱりおとなしくしておけば。それではまたクス氏がいなくなります。何か聞こえたようだけど、昨日シェンメイさん、勝手に動いてはダメ。
Excuse me?
What?
What a creep.
責任を感じてるのかもしれない。ここまで。ああ、大盆のことも。大盆？なんだっけ？聞いたことがある気がするけど。一度試してみたら効果てきめんだったもの。
Torture device? What?
なんだ。ケス氏を連れておいき。
I don't like this.
Yeah.
悪く思うなよ。あんたには助けてもらったのはシンベイ様の命令だ。
There's some like bugs in there, some poisonous thing in there.
Snakes.
大盆。思い出した。
Oh, yeah, snakes, because that's why she was so afraid of snakes and bugs and stuff on the road.
狂った王が行った処刑。穴を開けて罪人を閉じ込める。その中に。蛇を怖がるわけだ。
Yeah, but she knew that Maomao wasn't afraid of all this stuff. So it's better than getting thrown in a water pit.
Murder spree? Oh my god. She cooking them? With the wood
Let
from
her
the box?
cook. Dungeon meshy.
Dungeon meshy. You want some?
Having a feast.
Oh, shit, from the torch, right?
かんざしでさばいて松明で炙りました。よく平気でいられるな。蛇も虫も動きが鈍いです。
It's the winter.
あるものは先に閉めて薬草を灰にして虫除けにしました。期待にあったのかよ。それで
スイレイさんとガキに頼まれたんだよ。助けてやってくれって。あのガキなんて玉飾りまでくれてよ。あんたのおかげでお咎めがなかったからな。二人はこんな場所やってられねえ。
Yeah, I would be too.
都から討伐軍が来る合図だとよ。
Oh.
トイレはおかげでここまで忍び込めたけどね。俺はもう行く。あんたも逃げるなら反対側の階段は使うなよ。
He's just leaving.
Oh.
もし爆発でもしたら巻き込ま。
反対側の階段ですね。
I'll go right there.
俺は止めたからな。
If you're gonna run, do it
I
quick.
just love how she's just cooking up this snake.
この煙、これじゃ中毒になるぞ。だいたい火薬のそばに
Yeah, not very smart.
まずい。俺も今すぐここを離れなさい。
お嬢様、どうして？
討伐軍が攻めてきます。この砦は戦場となり、その前に逃げなさい。頑張って逃げてね。
She says as holding a torch. You better run.
You're all gonna die. Like. You're all deaf. Oh my god, this guy's too good. He's gonna get saved and he's gonna be like a dude from now on. Holy shit, she just like suicide
Knock herself
bombed?
out? Yeah.
ローラン。あれマーマオ、なんでいるの？こっちだって聞きたい。怪我はない？台湾、マーマオなら平気だと思ったんだけど。やっぱり。うん。美味しかった。意味わかんない。好んでくない。
Yeah,
Okay,
get
let's
away
go,
from
let's
there.
go.
What about Suirei? I really hope she makes it out. She
Yeah, I
doesn't
hope
like
she has a
sacrifice
kid.
herself.
Maybe she has a kid. Oh.
まだやることがあるから。お母様はね、私の顔をろくに覚えてないの。着く頃には紅を聞かれて、おしろいをはたかれてた。
Wow.
お母様にとってローランはお人形なんだ。可愛くて何でも言うことを聞くお人形。お姉さん、また来たのか。私も手伝う。何を怠けているの？
Didn't even recognize her.
Wow.
下女の格好になったら、そこにいるのはただの下女なんだ。
What if she's the same as Loulan?
幽霊に会いに行ったんだ。仲良くなりたくて。
This like super rare facial recognition disease.
お母様にいじめられていた。医官と高級を追放された大砲の娘が姉様の母様なの。水霊には皇族の血が流れているのか。
So she's got the color blindness.
お母様がお父様と結婚したのがローランを産むためだけに、復讐のためだけに。には西の民の血が流れていて。
Oh.
それは王
Yeah.
が同じ流れだ。
Right. Yep. Yep. We caught that one.
ローランの目にもきっとお前が新しい王母になればいい。お母様はずっとそう言っていたわ。ねえ、ローラン、シスイ、なんと呼ぶのが正解かわからない。でも
She's sweet.
シスイ、何？資材の材料が手間だった。シスイも持ってた。自分で使うために。前にシスイがしてた怪談話、夫を食べる話。あれは自分の話をしてた。の中でいずれ子を産み、帝を食らう自分を。だけどシスイはそうなることを恐れた。お月は知ってる。マオマオはほんと鋭いな。
Thanks, Shisui. I know I'm sharp.
連れてきた甲斐があるよ。たく、寝相悪いの。
Poisoned.
Dead? Resurrection drug.
Oh.
All the kids?
どういう。
Did she poison them so they wouldn't get killed in the battle? She Tommened them. It's like Cersei, like before they broke into the castle, she didn't want them to suffer.
Yeah, like we were saying before, it's like they all.
No way. And it's been a while. They're dead. You killed these children. Brother.
Oh.
What the fuck?
唇を噛みしめてでも一気に飲み干したのよ。どうして私を連れてきたの？
You chose to come along. What?
That's just mean to me.
Bro. She just killed all these kids to save them from the horrors of war. And so that they wouldn't get just, like, executed and shit. But, like...
Why'd they have to add it on that he knew? That's just too much.
Are they, like, I feel like the show's gonna do some shit where she has the resurrection drug because they keep bringing up the resurrection drug and Maomao's been working on the resurrection drug. And she had those rats, you know? She had, like, living subjects to, like, work on and maybe she perfected it because the recipe was there or something. And maybe it'll be enough time to, like, actually bring them back because that was the thing that she said at the start of the episode of, like, oh, it, like, actually brought Suirei back to life.
Yeah, but, like...
But I don't know, like, how crazy they're gonna get with it because they've just been in this room dead for a while, right? That's insane. I feel like they could go either way. I feel like they are gonna bring them back. Because it's just too bleak to have this just be what happened.
Super bleak, and like the thing is, like, you couldn't really have them coming back because it doesn't last for like that long, and by the time that they would be like waking up again would be the time that like the place would probably be under attack, you know?
Yeah, but if fucking everybody shows up and it's like jinshi and stuff. You know, maybe Jinshi probably wouldn't kill these kids.
Yeah, but she would have no way to know that it was going to be Jinshi rolling up.
Why does that matter?
Because, like, I guess the thing is, like, you know, would he kill them? Like, is it better to knock them out? And then...
I think Maomao, if she had the ability to bring back these kids, she would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then why does it matter whether she knows it's Jinshi?
No, I meant Loulan, like, because the resurrection drug would have to be based on the assumption that people would find them dead and then like deal with their bodies and then we could come in and then you could come and get them later, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Like if Loulan, like I think that she just poisoned them and it's really
No, I don't think Loulan gave them the resurrection drug. I think that Maomao might be able to give it to them while they're dead and restart their heart, maybe, is what I'm considering.
Oh.
Because Maomao said at the start, oh, it actually brought Suirei back, and like, oh, I believe in my pride as an apothecary. They like include that whole thing at the start, and she has these living test subjects of these rats, and then some time skip happens, and then I think that I don't think Loulan, unless Loulan does know, and that's the twist, and you're right. I actually didn't even consider that Loulan could have given them the resurrection drug, so that they would be dead, and then everyone would show up, and then they would be, you know. They could come back to life when they're gone or something. I didn't actually consider that. That's probably more likely now that you mention that. But I think that also perhaps Loulan, I think, was just trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Just to save them the pain. And then Maomao has perfected the resurrection drug after having all the knowledge and all of the books and all of the ingredients. And then perhaps can like introduce it to a recently dead body or somebody that, like, you know, their heart recently stopped and maybe they would have adverse effects, but they would be alive after. Because it is an anime. I like, it's not that realistic. But I think that in a situation like this, like, because the other option is just, oh, Loulan killed these guys and now they're just dead. And it's just, and because then the problem isn't just that Loulan killed them in terms of like how the story's going to turn out. Like the thing that is grabbing me is that, like, how is this, you know, okay, so moral of the story, Loulan did a bad thing at the end, so we can, you know, kill her, I guess, or like, I guess it wasn't, in her mind it wasn't a bad thing, And in war, it's not like there are worse fates than what these kids got in war. So I'm not saying that there's no logic at all to what she's doing. But I'm thinking like, what's episode 24 gonna look like? What's the last episode gonna look like? Is it gonna look like, oh, Maomao's sitting there lounging, looking out the window at the rear palace, looks back, there's the couple babies from the concubines, and then she looks and wonders, what could have went wrong to make all Loulan kill those kids and then die, that's the ending we're gonna be left with at the end of the season. I don't think that's likely. I think that probably there's gonna be a redemption. There's gonna be a happier ending than this, because this is overly bleak, and this is the kind of thing that you bounce back from in a story. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck could happen, and I think that starting off the episode with all the resurrection drug is probably what it is. Either Loulan fed them the resurrection drug, or Maomao perfected a version of the resurrection drug to bring them back. And it's going to be like a final, Loulan is killing these children to save them a terrible fate based on her decisions and based on what she is complicit in. But she has two dueling identities, and Maomao is gonna convince her to not be Loulan, this accomplice in all this shit, and to be shisui and live out her life as shisui. And then there's gonna be kind of a redemption now where she can abandon all of this burden, and then in doing so these kids will be saved and they'll be able to go, and maybe she won't go to the rear palace, but maybe she'll fucking not die, and Jinshi will be like, okay, you're just a victim, clearly, so I'll just let you be shisui, and that's that. I don't know, but I don't think these kids are gonna be dead for the end of the series. It would be really fucked up if they were. I would respect the show if they did, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
It was shocking, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
I like it, even if they are dead, because it's like what we were talking about when we were like, okay, people are gonna come and try and get Maomao. They've uncovered this plot. Every person, we already said that, Loulan, if she did just kill them, and if they don't get brought back, even if she gets a happy ending, she wouldn't anticipate that, because all that she knows is what we said of every single one of you and every single person even remotely related to you has to die.
Yeah, but if she has a separate identity, then that's not true. But I don't see it being a happy ending where, because, okay, say, that's why, the kids, I think, need to get brought back if Loulan's gonna live. Because even if she lives out the rest of her days as shisui, with some, string pulling from Maomao being she's just a victim, we need to let her live, this isn't right, and then convinces Jinshi, and Jinshi's sure. There's no way the story's gonna end with Shisui pulling up her hood and going out into the darkness alone after killing these kids for no reason and then being let off scot-free. The whole point of killing them is that they're connected to all of this, but they're just kids. But if Jinshi were to save her, even though she's just a kid and a victim, it wouldn't, then how could she live with herself? There'd be no way for her to live with herself. So the kids have to come back. I'm pretty sure the kids have to come back. There's no way that a story's going to end in any satisfying way relating to Loulan's character, and the kids are just going to remain dead, because the only way she can survive is from the grace of Jinshi and from pulling a few strings, or from just escaping. But if that happens, then she will have killed these kids for nothing, because she could have escaped with them, or they could have been pardoned as well. So, the kids have to come back. Mm-hmm. And there's all this talk of the resurrection drug. The kids have to come back. It was really fucking shocking and insane, but they're just down the hall from Maomao's lab. So she probably had a couple resurrection things brewing from either testing or to use on herself to get out of here somehow, or to get some kind of an in. She was clearly planning things and had some ideas. She was thinking the whole time. But yeah, so that's what I think is going to happen there. But it is a crazy decision to do that. Yeah. I love Maomao eating these snakes. I love this guy.
The guy was...
The guard is just the chillest dude. He's he looked very grizzled, or kind of loyal when he was standing outside of her door the whole time in like last episode too, and I was just like, oh, this guy's like, I don't see many cracks in this guy. Turns out I was completely fucking wrong. This guy,
He's full of cracks.
he's just like, I'm fucking out. Fuck this. I'm gone. See you later. If you want to go, doors that way. I'm going this way though. It's just like he does not care. Like he's gone. He just left, but then he's coming back. So I wonder if he'll be pardoned. Or if he'll just get executed. Like, imagine that he has the chance to leave, and then he comes back to help Maomao, and then like Lock-On season is just like, oh, so you were guarding her and you kept her prisoner? Oh, but you tried to help her. Well, you're still connected to these people, so beheading.
I loved when she ate the snake. That was so. I love she just like sees all the bugs. She's like, nice.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing with my afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love the kusobaba.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. Yeah.
W episode though.
That was crazy. I'm interested to see what ends up happening, because it could just go like crazy, and then they could just, also execute Loulan, and it's just everyone dies. That'd be super fucking. I
just don't see how
terrible.
The story, like, what's the point of all of this character development then? Like, like, what is the point if at the end, they all just get executed and Maomao just goes on doing her thing? Like, come back for season 3 where Maomao is in the rear palace, like, raising these concubine children and like, like, there's no way that, like, how would the story go on? Like, she spent all this time, like, meeting these people and figuring out suirei and shisui and stuff. And then just, they're dead. All right, moving on. No, it's like back to business as usual. Like, there's no way it goes that way. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't even know if, like, they can even go back to business as usual after, if Jinshi is exposing himself as the prince, then, how does that, even regardless of anything, how this works out, that's going to change things when Maomao goes back, because
maybe technically
the only reason that she's in the rear palace right now, like, she's Jinshi's, but Jinshi is, like, loaning her back to the rear palace because there was the babies that were coming, so they needed her there to...
Yeah, but if he reveals himself, then his office will just disappear. Like, his whole life will disappear there, so...
But he's not gonna let go of Maomao, so then it's like, it's...
But Maomao would still be allowed in the rear palace, because she's a
Yeah,
woman.
That's true.
So, she could go back and forth, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Like, I really hope there is movement in that direction, because it would be so fucking annoying if after all of this, like, perfect opportunity for Jinshi to reveal his identity, and for it to be, like, a grasping of destiny... And, after all the shit earlier this season where it was just, like, frustratingly, okay, you're still not gonna reveal it? You're still not gonna reveal it? Okay, fine, whatever. I guess we're saving this for a better time, sure. And then the better time comes, and then you save it again, and it's just like, why? Like, at that point, it will be kind of frustrating, because then you're just elongating the series kind of for no reason. But I think I hope that there's at least some movement in that direction. I don't need it to be like 100%. Like, maybe he gets a taste of it. Like, as long as people walk away, like Maomao in particular, walks away knowing what's going on and knowing the truth. Or maybe if the next thing is, am I really the Emperor's brother? Or am I actually his son? If that's where the mystery goes to. But, like, if there's no change in that, if he does all of this and they go to prepare for battle, they siege this place... And then they go back, and it's just business as usual, and no movement is made. It will be very frustrating. And I'm glad that I'm not alone in that, because, like, we were kind of being like, oh, that's really frustrating. And then we were kind of afraid back then, like, earlier in the season when all that was going on. But everyone kind of agrees. It's like everyone's kind of on the same page. It's just like, at what point is it just, kicking the can down the road for no reason, just to do it, just to keep things normal so you can explore more mysteries. But anyway, we'll see where all that goes. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you next one, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye.